The four youngsters holding the gold medal that you see right behind me could possibly become household names now because the scripted history at the Hangzhou game in China. What they've done is they've got India their first gold medal in equestrian after 41 long years. Let me first introduce the four youngsters to you. On my right though, the first one that you see here is Hriday Chida. He was there part of the 4-member mixed team that you saw compete at the equestrian dressage event. What we're going to be doing in fact today is also going to be telling you what is not just equestrian all about, but the discipline in which India won the gold medal. We're going to tell you not just about that particular discipline, but two other disciplines that comprise the sport of equestrian. Now you would ask who this is. Now that is Divyakriti Singh that you see holding the gold medal. Alongside her is Sudipti Hajela, and right over there is Ayush Agarwala. Now these four kids went ahead and scripted history at the Hangzhou games which are taking place as we speak. A first gold medal for India in 41 years, but these guys won the gold medal today in the dressage discipline of equestrian. Now what exactly is the dressage event all about? Without wasting any time, let's tell you about what the event is all about. Now dressage, for starters, if you are to think about any other sport as to what could be the closest possible to it, then it is, let's say, the equivalent of figure skating. Now like in the sport of figure skating, you see the particular performer in a skating ring where you see certain moves being performed, certain jumps, certain lifts. Just like it is predetermined in many ways as to what those acts should be like. In dressage as well, all of these movements, let's say, are predefined. What exactly happens is that the horse and the rider have to exhibit a series of predetermined movements, as we were just telling you. So in many ways, if you were to think of figure skating, this works in the similar way as far as the discipline of dressage in equestrian is concerned. What else can we tell you about dressage? Now the dressage, in what also happens is that the horse will walk, trot and canter as per the music that plays in the background. Now in case you watched or in case you missed out, do check out in fact on the AajTak app. We've got all the highlights for you guys. Now what happens is there are 3 different movements that you see, and there's a music as well that plays in the background. Now the rider and the horse must react to that particular music, which is why the horse will walk. Now walking is it's a 2-beat horse gait. Now that's called a walk. A trot is a 3-beat horse gait, and a canter is a 4-beat horse gait. Now these are very technical terms when it comes to these particular movements of the horse, but it all has to go in synchrony. It has to happen in synchronization as far as that background music is concerned. It has to happen in accordance with that, and the key as far as this discipline is concerned is the precision and harmony between the horse and the rider. Both must work in close coordination to be able to get the best result. So this was dressage, the event in which Anush, Hriday, Divyakriti and Sudipti scripted history by winning the gold medal as they finished right up top. Now this is just one of the 3 events that you see happen at the Asian Games and other multi-sport events as well, but equestrian also involves a discipline called show jumping. Now what is show jumping all about? Show jumping involves the rider and his steed to negotiate with an obstacle on course of sorts, with the horse having to jump over multiple fences. You can in fact think of it like the equivalent of what you see in a pole vault, where there is a hurdle that an athlete has to cross, or let's say steeplechase, in which you see the athlete jump and get over all those hurdles. That would possibly be, or those sports were the equivalent of show jumping, in which you see certain fences that a horse has to cross along with the rider. And last of course is the discipline of eventing. Now, what does eventing involve? Eventing, in fact, as far as Fouad Mirza is concerned, Fouad Mirza, who has, by the way, Fouad Mirza, beg your pardon, who has won a silver medal at the Asian Games in 2 different disciplines. He says that it is possibly one of the toughest to compete in because of the circumstances and because of the conditions there on the ground as far as this discipline is concerned. But in eventing, it is best described, they say, as the equestrian triathlon. And as you know, triathlon, you're looking at multiple things happening. Now, what are those multiple things happening? In that, you see, it is, like they say, a complete test of horse and rider's ability across 3 formats, that of dressage, cross country and show jumping. We just told you what dressage and show jumping are all about. In case you're joining us right now, do go back. We've tried to talk about and tell you what dressage is all about, the discipline in which you saw a historic gold being won by the 4 youngsters from India at the Asian Games, show jumping. So again, all of this put together, all these disciplines put together, or rather all of these 3 formats put together form the eventing discipline in the sport of equestrian. Once again, kudos to the 4 riders that you see over here, Anush, Hriday, Divyakriti and Sudeepti. They've scripted history today in Hangzhou in a lesser known sport, but we have in fact put out all those interviews. We managed to chat with them as well. Nitin, my colleague, happens to be in Hangzhou at the moment. All of them have spoken about their journey. They've talked about their struggles. They've talked about what it is in terms of financial aid that they got from the government, the kind of support that they got from their parents and family members. Check that video out as well. It's a lesser known sport. They also know that, but they hope that with their gold medal, there are more and more people, especially youngsters, boys and girls, who go out there and take to this sport, especially after this watershed moment that we witnessed in China today.